Okay, this is a morning before we go home today. I want to do a little critique on this 12-foot guide gear, 12 foot in circumference lodge tent. That's kind of a smaller version of my big teepee. I bought this because it weighs about half as much as the other one, and it doesn't take up so much room, but I still got enough room to put all my stuff in it and have a cot or hammock stand or whatever inside of it I want. And I'm going to do a little review on this. It goes up very, very quickly. There's 6 stakeout points. It's got a center pole. It's like my big teepee, and you just stake it down, open the front door, walk in, set the pole, and it's up. Then you put your guy wires out, and it's done. It takes 8 minutes to set this up once you get started. Rich made another video of us doing that the first time I put it up, and I'll add that as part 2 to this when we get everything transferred. We'll walk around and look at it a little bit here. It's got some pros and cons. I haven't got it in a real level spot, but as you can see, the sides do sag in a little bit. I'm not real happy with that, but part of that may be the way the ground holds. This is the back side. There's a big window back here, and up here at the top, if you can see that little black strap hanging down, if you would want to, and you can find the right spot, you can hook a rope to that and pull it, throw the rope over a tree limb, pull it up tight, and then you won't have to have the center pole in there. If you can find the perfectly level spot that's got the right size limb, heavy enough so you can hold the thing up. That is not listed in the description on this tent, and I was kind of surprised about it when I saw it for the first time, because it, like I said, it wasn't mentioned in any of the literature. Another thing, on the very back corner there, if you can see in there by where my hammock and pack is, when we pushed this up the first time, I noticed that it was on the attachment point, it was torn. I guess I probably should have sent it back, but I already had it up, so then it would technically have been used. So we took it home, and Miss Julia sewed it up for me best she could, and we'll see how it holds up with that sew job on it. But it's super easy to set up, and it's quite roomy. I don't know if I'm going to give you a pan here. This front door is really open. There's room for a full-size cot in there. 6-foot cot. Plenty of room for your gear. You could probably get, I'd say, 2 people with cots in here comfortably if you were sleeping bags, 3 or maybe 4, but I'd say 3 would be the most. You've got, if you can see, there's a double vent up here on each. There's 2 vents on the top, so if you were to have a heater inside, it would vent through the tops. You wouldn't have to worry about carbon monoxide building up in there. Also, with these huge, you've got a big screen on that back, and you got this huge screen here on the front door. Plus, this isn't dark green like the big teepee, so this is a lot better choice for a real hot weather situation like we had out at the gathering this year. But I needed a bigger space than what we had out there. What we got here, I mean. Anyway, that's kind of my review of this. I'll check back later with more information as it becomes available about it. This weighs half of what the 18-foot teepee weighs. I think it weighs about 20 pounds with all the hardware and stuff. I don't know, one thing I didn't mention, inside, if you can see in that corner, there's little poles that you deploy inside there. There's Velcro to hold them in and a little pocket, and that helps keep the sides up. But it's got a pretty good floor pan in it, so it shouldn't get wet. We'll have to try it when we're out here and it's raining sometime, but that's not going to be today. So if you've been looking at this on Sportsman's Guide and are interested, it's okay. It's not something that I would consider super good. I'd give it maybe 3.5 stars, but it's good enough for me to just run out here and throw up and have something to get inside of, other than the other tent that I'm sheltered that I'm going to set up here as soon as I get time. And I'll make a video of it too later. So that's all for this, and I'll see you on the next one.